According to legend, there was a famous hermit named Hu Jiao at the end of the Eastern Han Dynasty. After his family settled in a new place, he lived alone in seclusion on the mountain. During the day, he practiced medicine and sang. At night, he meditated and studied Taoism. Every day, his son stood at the observatory at the foot of the mountain to monitor his father's condition. In the early morning, he saw smoke from the stove. In the evening, he saw lights, which meant Hu Jiao was still safe. Later, when he died naturally, the villagers believed Hu Jiao had become an immortal, so they built a temple to worship him. Therefore, this place was named WANGTIAN, the Valley of Watching Immortals. Known as a real-life version of a fantasy world, WANGTIAN Valley in Jiangxi Province, China, is famous for its cliff-hanging houses. A unique tourist destination in China, a journey to explore WANGTIAN Valley will take you to admire the natural landscape, explore the local culture, and experience unique experiences that can only be found here. WANGTIAN Valley Scenic Area is a national scenic spot in the Lingshan Mountains of Shangrao, Jiangxi Province. It's a dramatic transformation from an abandoned mine into a wonderland, a place where the grandeur of nature and the richness of culture converge. WANGTIAN Valley is a harmonious combination of natural beauty, cultural landscapes, colorful activities, thrilling adventures, and folk traditions, making it a top destination. This valley is secluded and quiet, with beautiful rivers and waterfalls, blue stone roads, yellow walls and black tiles, and houses built along cliffs. There are also pine forests, bamboo seas, and the unique Ganjia market. In the WANGTIAN Scenic Area, you can enjoy the folk customs, scenery, and humanity of the Gan clan, experience China's ancient agricultural culture, taste delicious food, and live slowly for a few days during your China tour. The ancient architecture here is fascinating. The houses are all yellow terracotta, with roofs covered with blue stone tiles. Around the houses are blue stone paved roads, with streams flowing through, much like where fairies live. Every night, the entire WANGTIAN Valley is dotted with magical lights, and under the night sky, there are also twinkling stars, worthy of the name WANGTIAN Valley, a fairyland on earth. WANGTIAN Valley is not only attractive for its natural scenery but is also associated with many interesting legends. One of the prominent stories is that Hu Zuyu, an ancient legendary figure, is said to have ascended to the immortal palace in this mountain region, turning this place into a sacred land rich in spiritual value. This legend has made WANGTIAN Valley a destination for those seeking peace and connection with the heavens. The mysterious colors of WANGTIAN Valley have impressed you, right? Now, let's join strange distant land to learn more about the most famous places in WANGTIAN Valley. WANGTIAN Waterfall is one of the most attractive spots in WANGTIAN Valley. With a height of about 120 to 150 meters, this waterfall looks like a white silk strip hanging on a majestic cliff. The waterfall creates a spectacular landscape and brings the resounding sound of flowing water, blending with the fresh nature of the surrounding green forest. At the foot of the waterfall are clear blue lakes, where visitors can sit, take pictures, or enjoy the peaceful feeling while admiring nature. This is an ideal place to relax and admire the wild, magical beauty of WANGTIAN Valley. WANGTIAN Waterfall is beautiful, with plenty of rain, just enough water, and dripping everywhere. Streams and waterfalls are secluded. There is often a babbling sound in the mountains and valleys. The cliffs are steep, and sometimes there are hanging waterfalls. Whether a stream, a giant waterfall, or a stream, it is as clear as a mirror and as jade-colored as jade, forming a unique landscape. People are standing under the waterfall, and the water gushes like a dream. The water splashes in the air, scattered like rain on the mountains. And if you are not careful, you may get wet. WANGTIAN Waterfall is formed from a stream on a high mountain top. The water flows all year round without drying up, whether in the hot summer or the cold winter. Water from the mountain top flows down a cliff with a height of more than 70 meters, forming a white curtain of water like a silver silk strip across the sky. When the sunlight shines, tiny water droplets fly in the air, reflecting the light to create hazy rainbows, making the scene magical, as if coming out of an ancient painting. in the middle of the mountains. Wangtian Waterfall is one of the places you cannot miss when visiting Wangtian Valley. The peaceful but majestic beauty of the mountains and forests here seems to help you escape the hustle and bustle of life. Wangtian Waterfall is part of the Wangtian Valley tourist area, famous for its poetic and charming beauty. This place has a waterfall pouring from a cliff, creating white water patches, clear stream water. You can see the bottom. And around the waterfall are shady green trees, creating a fresh atmosphere, all creating a different, unique, and impressive beauty. The best time to fully enjoy the beauty of Wangtian Valley is in spring and autumn, when the weather is superb and the natural scenery is beautiful. Visitors can visit the waterfall by walking or taking the cable car, taking souvenir photos, and participating in other activities such as mountain climbing, hiking, and cave exploration. The next destination, Strange Distant Land, wants to invite you to visit Wangtian Valley and the Glass Bridge. The Glass Bridge is built along the cliff with a total length of 388 meters, an average width of 1.5 meters, and is 1 meter wide and 50 meters long, all made of 12 layers of explosion-proof glass with a total thickness of 28 millimeters. The vertical height of the glass bridge is nearly 100 meters, and below it is a rapid stream flowing from the cliff. Standing on the cliff, you can see the canyon, the undulating mountains, the green fields, and the panoramic view. The thrill and heart-pounding feeling of looking down at the rushing stream and the cliffs below makes for an unforgettable experience. Not only is it a test of courage, but the glass bridge is also an ideal spot to see the entire Wangtian Valley. Visitors can admire the area's winding rivers, vast forests, and rich ecosystems. However, for those who love adventure and exploration, this is an excellent opportunity to experience the thrill and admire the panoramic view of the canyon, rolling hills, and green fields below. Especially on foggy days, the scene becomes more magical, like entering a fairy world. Another place you cannot miss when coming to WANGTIAN Valley is Beihe Cliff. Beihe Cliff is one of the main attractions in WANGTIAN Valley, standing over 110 meters high. According to legend, when a great flood occurred, a white crane brought wild fruits to rescue the villagers trapped on the cliff. This miraculous event gave rise to the name Beihe Cliff, which is associated with the villagers' gratitude towards the cranes. Today, the cliff has 12 rooms, a restaurant, and a library hanging on the wall, creating the feeling of a city in the sky. Visitors can enjoy panoramic views of the valley from the observation deck above, which is especially sparkling at night when the lights and stars illuminate the entire area. The rooms are small, with a B&B accommodation model. This type only provides a bed and breakfast. Visitors to WANGTIAN Valley can feel the grandeur, the feeling of floating as if blending with the sky. Experience a fairy tale world on top of the cliff. Today, the cliff has 12 rooms, a restaurant, and a library hanging on the wall, creating the feeling of a city in the sky. Visitors can enjoy panoramic views of the valley from the observation deck above, which is especially sparkling at night when the lights and stars illuminate the entire area. The rooms are small, with a B&B accommodation model. This type only provides a bed and breakfast. Visitors to WANGTIAN Valley can feel the grandeur, the feeling of floating as if blending with the sky. Experience a fairy tale world on top of the cliff. WANGTIAN Valley ancient town has a leisurely breath of life, a slow pace, a rich flavor of humanity, and a completely liberated rural charm. Strolling through the winding alleys, looking at the old farmhouses, layer upon layer of carved arches, quietly enjoying and reading, seems to be a journey through time and space. The best time to spend in the ancient town is to enjoy the flowers in early spring, the fireflies in summer, the mountains in autumn, and the snow in winter. Moreover, the town's unique charm and delicious street food will give people an experience that is hard to find anywhere else. Wangxian Ancient Town is home to the oldest houses in the Wangtian Valley area. Each house here is a historical witness, following the ups and downs of this land. The houses are built with green bricks, black tile roofs, and beautifully decorated small wooden windows, bearing the ancient architectural style of Jiangxi. Wangxian Valley Ancient Town possesses a distinctive beauty with houses of unique architecture. The difference here is that the houses are built halfway up the mountain, truly bringing an impressive attraction to tourists. When walking here, Wangxian Valley Ancient Town brings a feeling of distance, mystery, and antiquity. The Ho family temple is a place to worship the ancestors of the Ho family. It is built entirely of wood, with 6 columns, 5 compartments, 2 rows of houses, and a central courtyard. The hall has peach-shaped motifs, symbolizing peace and prosperity. The front sculpture has 5 lions, symbolizing 5 generations living in harmony, and behind is an elephant, symbolizing good luck. The main ancestral hall is where the ancestral tablets are placed for worship, with patterns representing wealth and longevity. In addition to prayer, the ancestral hall is where essential family events such as weddings and funerals occur. The Temple of the Three Gods is a famous tourist attraction in Wangxian Valley. The name comes from the Taoist philosophy of 1 gives birth to 2, 2 gives birth to 3, 3 gives birth to all things. This is a place to worship 3 important gods in local beliefs: the god of wealth, the god of earth, and the dragon king. The temple is built with traditional Chinese architecture, creating a solemn and sacred atmosphere. Local people often come to the temple to pray for wealth, blessings, and favorable weather, especially during natural disasters like floods. These structures are not only tourist attractions but also critical cultural symbols, helping visitors better understand the religious life and history of the people of the Jiangxi region. One of the most memorable experiences in Wangxian Valley is the night view. When night falls, the valley transforms into a sparkling picture, with ancient villages, stone bridges, and streams illuminated by golden lights. From the Beiyi Cliff viewing platform, You will have a panoramic view of the entire valley, with the sparkling lights creating a fairy tale scene. The cliff houses in WANGTIAN Valley are brightly lit with traditional lanterns, creating a magical and poetic space. The night scene here gives visitors the feeling of living in a fairy tale world, with bright moonlight and warm lanterns illuminating the entire area. The valley at night exudes a sense of mystery and tranquility, creating an ideal space for photographers and visitors who want to capture beautiful moments. Lan Yu Bridge and Waterfall Trail are also great places to hike and admire the night scenery in WANGTIAN Valley. One of the cultural activities not to be missed when visiting WANGTIAN Valley is the bonfire party, which is usually held in the evening. This lively event is where visitors can sing and dance with the locals around the fire. The bonfire party is not only a chance In addition, WANGTIAN Valley also hosts many folk performances, musicals, and Han Chinese wedding reenactments. These performances help visitors understand local ethnic cultures and have unique cultural experiences. One of the highlights is enjoying the performances of intangible cultural heritage. On the ancient stage, reconstructed from the old stage of WANGTIAN Valley, you will experience the beauty of culture through unique singing, acting, and martial arts performances. The stage has a solid architecture, decorated with sophisticated sculptures such as images of the 8 immortals, dragons, phoenixes, and folktales. These performances will bring visitors a unique and unforgettable cultural experience. An experience not to be missed on the WANGTIAN Valley tour is enjoying local cuisine with specialties such as WANGTIAN tofu and Ma Duang oil cake, which are made from fresh ingredients right on the spot. WANGTIAN tofu is the best tofu in the region. The ingredients are soybeans grown at more than 200 meters. And the tofu is processed with natural spring water from the mountain. The tofu is handcrafted through many steps, such as soaking, grinding, and boiling, bringing out a delicate flavor. Dungzhenjian is a specialty snack from Shangrao City, Jiangxi Province, named for its lantern-like shape. The outer shell is made from rice flour, and the filling usually includes fresh mushrooms, fresh pork, bean sprouts, fresh bamboo shoots, etc. WANGTIAN Valley can be visited at any time of the year. Each season offers different, unique experiences. From March to May, spring, the weather is cool and pleasant. However, there may be light rain and fog in the mountains. This sometimes affects photography, but creates a dreamy, mysterious scene. This is also the ideal time to enjoy the natural scenery when the trees and flowers bloom, bringing a fresh and vibrant beauty. Summer is from June to August. Although it can be hot, WANGTIAN Valley is an ideal place to escape the heat and enjoy water activities. You can enjoy canoeing, canyoning, or visiting waterfalls in the cool air. Summer is also when the trees are green, bringing a brilliant natural scene. Autumn is the best time to explore WANGTIAN Valley from September to November. The weather is cool, dry, and fresh, suitable for outdoor activities and photography. The natural scenery in autumn, with brilliant red and yellow leaves, combined with the sparkling night view from the cliff houses, creates an unforgettable experience. Winter is from December to February. Winter can be pretty cold, mainly down to around 2 degrees Celsius. Although this time is not ideal for boating or visiting waterfalls, it is an opportunity to experience the quiet, less crowded WANGTIAN Valley. This is a great time to enjoy the peace and relaxation. Each season in WANGTIAN Valley has unique features. But autumn and spring are still the two most ideal times to enjoy the beauty and tourist activities here fully. The journey to WANGTIAN Valley has left me with unforgettable impressions. From the breathtaking beauty of majestic nature, to a peaceful space like a fairyland. This place is not only an ideal destination for those who love to explore and experience culture, but also a place to stop to find peace amid a bustling life. Leaving WANGTIAN Valley, I believe that visitors will bring with them beautiful photos and a feeling of relaxation and lightness, as if their souls have just been washed amid majestic heaven and earth. Everyone should experience wonderful feelings when coming to WANGTIAN Valley if they have the opportunity. Why does Chongqing have so many beautiful people? In southwest China, there is a city famous for its beauty and hot pot, Chongqing. Chongqing is known as the beautiful capital of China. So what is the charm of this city that fascinates so many people? Some people believe Chongqing has many beauties because the hot pot here has excellent beauty effects. Others believe that the nutrients from the night rain make the skin of Chongqing girls smoother. However, the fundamental reason is the superior genetic resources of Chongqing that have existed since ancient times. Chongqing, this ancient land, has been a hot spot since ancient times. Throughout history, whenever wars frequently broke out, Chongqing became a refuge for people. From the turbulent times of the Tang and Song dynasties to modern times, countless intellectuals, people in business, and the wealthy have flocked here, bringing cultural assimilation and genetic optimization with them. Chongqing, an immigrant city that has transformed from an agricultural era to an industrial civilization, has endured many ups and downs but has always maintained its vitality and charm. Chongqing girls' beauty is in appearance and personality, from the inside to the outside. Their skin is very smooth and shiny. The terrain of the mountain town has created a unique lifestyle for the people to live a leisurely and happy life. Beautiful women are nurtured unconsciously in such a harmonious and pleasant environment. They appear energetically in every corner of the city. The girls here are also fashionable, gentle, virtuous, lively, and cheerful. In Chongqing, girls do not care much about dowry when getting married. Like other places in China, they believe that marriage is a matter between two people. As long as they love each other, everything else can be discussed. This concept makes Chongqing girls seem more independent. It also makes them shine with confidence. These simple customs and traditions represent the sincere and loving values that Chongqing people uphold. Here, love is not measured by material wealth but by the feelings and future of both parties. Chongqing girls grow up in such an environment. They are not only beautiful but also intelligent. Of course, this does not mean focusing on money and appropriate wedding gifts is wrong. The beauty of Chongqing lies not only in its beautiful women but also in the city's vitality. Chongqing has a total area of about 82.400 square kilometers and a permanent population of more than 30 million. The terrain is mainly mountainous, high in the northwest and low in the southeast. Chongqing is a city built on the mountains. However, that does not mean that the infrastructure here is underdeveloped. The mountain town of Chongqing has architectural works, infrastructure, and transportation all built on this complex terrain. The grandeur and isolation of the works are impressive features that the world has to say a lot about Chongqing. The city in the mist is the image of Chongqing, which is always immersed in a thin layer of fog, magical like a fairyland. That beauty, combined with the geographical mark at the confluence of the Yangtze and Linjiang rivers, creates a perfect and beautiful landscape picture. The Yangtze and Jialing rivers flow through the city, dividing the city into two. Due to the complex terrain, Chongqing has many famous mountain peaks, forming a unique mountain city landscape. Chongqing has a subtropical monsoon climate with 4 distinct seasons: long, humid summers and short, warm, and dry winters. Due to the moist environment in the Yangtze River basin, Chongqing has many foggy days every year and is also known as the Fog City. Walking on the streets of Chongqing, you will encounter beauties everywhere. They have fair and beautiful skin, elegant figures, and long legs everywhere. The girls here seem to be born with good genes. And the mountainous terrain and humid climate make their skin smooth and radiant. When is the best time to visit Chongqing? Chongqing is a beautiful city in all 4 seasons. Each season, you can visit Chongqing in different ways. Spring is the ideal time to visit Chongqing. The weather at this time is quite warm and mild, pleasant. Summer, Chongqing will be pretty hot but with little fog, which is convenient for sightseeing activities. Autumn, Chongqing seems to put on a new coat with a radiant landscape when the weather enters the season of changing leaves. Winter, the winter weather here is quite cold. You can visit indoor museums in Chongqing, Fairy Mountain, or the Wulong Karst landscape. If you want to see snowfall or bathe in hot springs, this is also the right time to experience it. In addition, due to the influence of the humid subtropical monsoon climate and complex terrain, Chongqing often has fog from October to April of the following year, which limits the ability to fully admire the beautiful scenery of Chongqing. The annual fog period can last up to 204 days in mountainous areas. In Chongqing, girls don't care about dowries like other places in China. They believe that marriage is a matter between 2 people. As long as they love each other, everything else can be discussed. This concept makes Chongqing girls seem more independent. It also makes them shine with confidence. These simple customs and traditions represent the sincere and loving values that Chongqing people uphold. Here, love is not measured by material wealth but by the feelings and future of both parties. Chongqing girls grow up in such an environment. They are not only beautiful but also intelligent. Of course, this does not mean focusing on money and appropriate wedding gifts is wrong. The beauty of Chongqing lies not only in its beautiful women but also in the city's vitality. Chongqing girls possess a harmonious and impressive beauty. Due to the humid climate and little sunlight, their skin is often rosy white and smooth. Their delicate faces, big round eyes, and moderately high noses create a gentle but sharp beauty. In addition, the girls here also know how to take care of themselves and dress fashionably. Their fashion sense is modern and youthful, expressing their personality and always keeping up with trends. Chongqing girls are beautiful and stand out thanks to their strong, confident temperament. Living in a mountainous city with many steep hills and special living conditions, they soon form a resilient, independent, straightforward personality. In communication, they are not afraid to express their opinions and always show clarity and decisiveness. It combines a gentle appearance with a strong inner self, creating a unique, charming, and admirable beauty. In addition, Chongqing girls also possess the friendliness and cheerfulness inherent in the people of this land. Their bright smiles and openness in speaking help them easily create sympathy with others, leaving a deep impression on those who have met them. In short, the beauty of Chongqing girls is a combination of graceful appearance and a strong soul. It is a beauty that is both traditional and modern, a typical image of a generation of strong, dynamic, and charming Chinese women. Coming to Chongqing, you can see beautiful girls and many wonderful places that cannot be missed. Now let's explore with strange distant land. Located in southwest China, Chongqing is one of the country's 4 municipalities under central government control. With a population of over 30 million, it stands as a vital economic and industrial hub, offering a rich blend of culture, history, and breathtaking scenery that captivates visitors worldwide. One of Chongqing's most striking impressions on its visitors is its dramatic, mountainous landscape. Known as the Mountain City and the City of Bridges, Chongqing is famous for its layered roadways, towering bridges, and even trains that pass through buildings, making every commute an adventure. Chongqing is also nicknamed the City of Fog, thanks to its humid subtropical climate and the frequent mist that blankets the skyline, especially in winter. This mysterious and dreamy atmosphere adds a unique charm to the city, creating an almost cinematic experience for travelers. No trip to Chongqing is complete without diving into its bold and spicy cuisine. The city is the birthplace of the legendary Chongqing hot pot, famous for its mouth-numbing spice from chili peppers and Sichuan peppercorns. Street food lovers can also indulge in local favorites like spicy noodles, stinky tofu, and steamed buns. When it comes to sightseeing, Chongqing has plenty to offer. Stroll through Sikiko ancient town to experience traditional architecture and culture. Or explore the Dazu rock carvings, a UNESCO World Heritage Site with intricate Buddhist sculptures carved into cliffs. For panoramic city views, hop on the Yangtze River cable car and glide above the skyline. With its fascinating blend of natural beauty, deep-rooted traditions, and fast-paced urban life, Chongqing is a destination full of surprises. Every street corner, dish, and encounter tells a story, making it a must-visit for adventurous travelers seeking something unique. Explore the Dazu rock carvings, a masterpiece of Buddhist stone art in China. Located about 100 miles 160 kilometers west of downtown Chongqing, the Dazu rock carvings are one of China's most remarkable cultural treasures and were designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1999. This incredible complex of stone sculptures and carvings dates back to the late Tang dynasty and continued to evolve through the Song dynasty, showcasing the peak of medieval Chinese Buddhist stone artistry. What makes the Dazu rock carvings unique is their vast scale, with tens of thousands of intricately carved figures, but their rich diversity and philosophical depth. Unlike many other Buddhist grottos in China that focus primarily on religious deities, Dazu integrates scenes from everyday life, moral teachings, Confucian values, Taoist philosophy, and Buddhist compassion into a seamless narrative carved directly into the cliffs. Two of the most famous sites within the Dazu complex are Baoding Mountain and Baishan. At Baoding Mountain, visitors are awestruck by the 102-foot-long sculpture of the reclining Buddha, a masterpiece of elegance and emotion. The soft lines, gentle expression, and detailed craftsmanship reflect the extraordinary skills and spiritual devotion of the artisans who created it over 800 years. Beyond their artistic beauty, the carvings at Dazu serve as a historical archive and moral guide, offering insight into the values and daily lives of the people during ancient times. Through vivid storytelling in stone, they convey messages of filial piety, harmony, compassion, and spiritual enlightenment, making the site a place of religious significance, human connection, and ethical reflection. The Dazu rock carvings are often described as an outdoor museum of stone art and thought, where visitors can feel the presence of the past etched into every cliffside figure. They are a testament to traditional Chinese culture's harmony between religion, art, and life. For travelers interested in history, spirituality, and the arts of East Asia, the Dazu rock carvings are an unmissable destination. A journey here is more than just a visit to an ancient site. It is an encounter with a civilization's timeless wisdom and creativity that continues to inspire today. Discover the Three Gorges Dam, a man-made marvel on the mighty Yangtze. Stretching across the legendary Yangtze River, the longest river in China, the Three Gorges Dam stands as one of the world's most extraordinary feats of engineering. While not located directly in downtown Chongqing, the dam lies just a few hours away, making it a popular and worthwhile stop on any journey through southwest China. Completed in 2009 after nearly 2 decades of construction, the Three Gorges Dam is the largest hydroelectric power station in the world regarding installed capacity. Measuring over 7.600 feet long and 607 feet high, this monumental structure generates massive amounts of clean energy. It plays a crucial role in flood control, water regulation, and river navigation along the Yangtze. One of the most unforgettable ways to experience the region is by taking a Yangtze River cruise through the famed Three Gorges, Qutang Gorge, Wu Gorge, and Xiling Gorge. These narrow canyons are surrounded by towering cliffs and lush, mist-covered peaks, offering some of China's most dramatic and scenic views. As you drift past ancient rock carvings, temples, and natural wonders, you'll also gain insight into the environmental and cultural impact of the dam on this historic river. Back in Chongqing, don't miss a visit to the Three Gorges Museum, where you can explore detailed exhibits, scale models, and historical artifacts that explain the significance, challenges, and achievements behind this colossal project. The museum also provides a glimpse into life along the Yangtze before the dam's reservoir reshaped the region forever. The Three Gorges Dam is more than just a source of electricity. It's a symbol of China's engineering ambition and a topic of global conversation. While praised for its innovation and benefits, the dam has also sparked debates about environmental change, heritage preservation, and human displacement. My journey to Chongqing, the mountainous metropolis of China, left me with unforgettable memories. From the majestic Yangtze River and the maze-like streets to the bold, spicy cuisine and the warmth of the local people, every moment in Chongqing was full of life and character. It's a city that pulses with energy and surprises around every corner. Even as time goes by, the memories of this vibrant place will always stay with me. If I ever get the chance, I would definitely return to once again experience the dynamic heartbeat of Chongqing. Mongolia is a landlocked country in East Asia, bordered by Russia to the north and China to the south. It is a vast but sparsely populated country characterized by unspoiled nature, endless steppes, and a unique nomadic culture. Mongolia is the birthplace of the Mongol Empire, founded by Genghis Khan in the 13th century, and is one of the largest empires in human history. Modern Mongolian culture is still heavily influenced by traditional nomadic lifestyles, such as herding cattle, horseback riding, and living in traditional tents. Contrary to what many people think of Mongolia as a land of deserts and green grasslands, with horseback riders, the city of Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia is very modern, with high-rise buildings and heavy traffic. It is also one of the coldest capitals in the world. This country has countless interesting and mysterious things that not everyone knows. In the 21st century, it is difficult to find a place without garbage. But many people have entered a paradise where they cannot find a single piece of waste. The Mongolian steppe. Just out of the city, not far away, you can see the endless green carpets. Like a giant carpet between heaven and earth. Let your soul follow the free birds. Ride a horse to live the life of nomads here. Mongolians are very conscious of protecting the environment. They never litter. After each trip, the garbage is collected and returned to the city to the correct collection point. Tourists are gradually adopting this habit. No one can stand it when the steppe is polluted with garbage. The most remarkable thing about Mongolia is its bizarre customs. The Mongols have a strange belief that bathing disturbs the veins of dragons and gods. To them, the more smelly a person is, the more luck they bring. While this belief is not as widespread as it once was, don't be surprised if you happen to come across a Mongol and find them stinky. The traditional Mongolian Lunar New Year is also called Sagan Sar, which coincides with the Vietnamese Lunar New Year. However, due to cultural exchanges between China and Russia, the Mongolian Lunar New Year is not the same as the customs of most other Asian countries. The Mongolians consider white a symbol of purity, bringing luck and fortune. During the first days of the new year, they often wear white clothes or give each other white objects. They have the custom of kneeling when drinking wine and tea on New Year's Eve, and washing dishes with mare's milk. Mongolia is a country where women have more successful careers than men. Women are more educated than men and are less likely to be unemployed. Herding cattle is traditionally a male occupation. Most clientele in any bar, pub, or club is women. However, because of their higher social status than men, modern Mongolian women who decide to stay in the city to find work after graduation find it challenging to find a partner. This is a common situation in universities and workplaces. This also leads to the fact that men in Mongolia have more options. More than 40% of men over 15 are married, while the figure for women is only 32%. The number of highly educated women far outnumbers the number of men in the Mongolian capital, making it difficult for them to find partners. At a comedy club in Ulaanbaatar, the audience is primarily women. Well-dressed women just off work sit in groups, drinking beer while watching a young man perform on stage. In recent decades, Mongolian families have invested heavily in their daughters by sending them to schools in the capital. Many parents believe daughters will be better able to care for them in their old age. Others believe that women must learn other skills, as animal husbandry is male-dominated. Boys are expected to stay home and care for livestock. This trend has created a reverse gender gap in Mongolia. Women are more educated than men. They are less likely to be unemployed and live a decade longer than men on average. City girls complain about the lack of men. Half the country's 3 million people live in cities, but women still outnumber men by 60.000. In universities and offices, women significantly outnumber men. Girls in Mongolia face dual cultural pressures to have a career and get married by 29, or earlier if possible. For older women, the numbers vary. A World Bank survey in March found that Mongolian men in their 20s often found women to be more ambitious than men, which they found unattractive. Some questioned why women invest so much in education, despite the high risk of not finding a husband. Thousands of men lost their jobs during the privatization of state-owned enterprises in the 1990s. The situation has not improved. Government and non-governmental organizations focus more on women than men. Men tend to be alcoholics, and unemployment is on the rise. Besides its strange customs, Mongolia also has some notable tourist attractions. Ulaanbaatar is the capital and largest city of Mongolia. This isolated city is home to nearly half of the country's population, with approximately 1.3 million people living there in 2014. Ulaanbaatar is located in a beautiful valley on the banks of the Tuul River in north-central Mongolia. Ulaanbaatar is considered the heart of the country as it is Mongolia's cultural and economic center. The city is also the intersection of road, rail, and air routes connecting Mongolia to Russia, China, and many countries worldwide. The city has a long history, began in 1639 as a mobile Buddhist monastery center that followed the nomads. After changing location 28 times, Ulaanbaatar settled where the Tuul and Selby rivers meet and became today's modern, vibrant city. Summer is the best time to come here when the sky is blue, the sun is warm, and the air is fresh. You can attend the Naadam Festival, a symbol of Mongolian culture, held on July 11th and 12th every year. If you want to experience a white winter in Ulaanbaatar, you can come here from December to February. This is the ideal time for you to experience adventurous skiing sports. However, you need to note that the winter here is freezing and dry. Therefore, you need to bring enough warm clothes to protect your health. Situated in the heart of the capital city of Ulaanbaatar, Sukhbaatar Square is a place that marks essential historical and cultural events in Mongolia. The square covers an area of over 31,000 square meters and is complemented by a towering monument depicting the national hero Damdan Sukhbaatar. To the north of the square is the Mongolian Parliament building, which houses a giant statue of Genghis Khan, the great king of Mongolia. This destination will help you understand more about Ulaanbaatar's rich history. Bogd Khan Mountain is one of the oldest nature reserves in the world, covering an area of over 67,000 hectares. The area has been protected since the 12th and 13th centuries when the Mongol king Toral Khan banned all mining and hunting on Bogd Khan Mountain. Bogd Khan Mountain is a symbol of Mongolian beauty and culture and has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. The mountain is shaped like a bow and is located south of the capital, Ulaanbaatar. Bogd Khan Mountain also has coniferous forests in the north and grassy rocks in the south. It is home to many rare species of animals and plants. Admire the architecture of the Ik-Kari Winter Palace. A symbol of culture and history. The Ik-Kari Winter Palace is located in the heart of the capital city of Ulaanbaatar and was the residence of the last king, Bogd Khan. During the transition from the Qing dynasty to the Mongolian People's Democratic Republic, the palace was built in the early 20th century in a unique architectural style that combines traditional Mongolian nuances with the beauty of China. Today, the palace has become a museum that houses many valuable documents on Mongolian history and culture from the 19th to the early 20th century. You can admire the collection of art, culture, history, and household items of the Bogd Khan and his dynasty at the Ik-Kari Winter Palace. Ulaanbaatar is a diverse and fascinating city where you can explore many aspects of Mongolian culture. From historical monuments to modern structures that combine traditional features with Western influences. One of the most prominent venues is the Ulaanbaatar Grand Opera House, where you can enjoy top-notch musical performances. The theater also collaborates with other famous theaters worldwide to bring you unique experiences. In addition, you can also listen to unique Mongolian melodies from many traditional instruments such as the morin khur. All of this will bring you the most memorable journey. Visit Khuaijin Lama Monastery. This is the resting place of the Khuaijin Lama, the brother of Mongolia's 8th Buddhist king and the country's official prophet. The monastery was built between 1904 and 1908 in a style that combines Chinese, Mongolian, and Tibetan elements. Inside, you'll marvel at unique religious and artistic works such as bronze and gold Buddha statues, intricate calligraphy, and a wealth of colorful hand-embroidered work. Famous museums in Ulaanbaatar. Ulaanbaatar is the capital with many unique and attractive museums. When coming here, you cannot miss the National History Museum, which displays artifacts and works of art from the time of Genghis Khan. To learn about human creativity, visit the International Museum of Wisdom. Meanwhile, the Central Dinosaur Museum of Mongolia houses many dinosaur fossils that were discovered in Mongolia. In addition, You can also visit the Ulaanbaatar City Museum and the Zanabazar Museum of Fine Arts to learn more about the culture and religion of the Mongolian people. Ulaanbaatar will give you a comprehensive view of this country's past, present, and future. If you are looking for a place to explore Ulaanbaatar's wild nature and unique culture during your Mongolian tour, you should not miss Gorkai Teral National Park. Located north of Ulaanbaatar, this national park is a paradise for adventure and relaxation lovers. You will admire the stunning landscape of the Khenti Mountains, white dunes, many clear blue lakes, and countless interesting rocky mountains. You can also participate in many exciting activities such as mountain biking, skiing, horseback riding, climbing, and hot mineral baths. You also have the opportunity to stay with traditional nomadic families and enjoy specialties such as fried potatoes, grilled meat, and meat soup. This is an ideal destination for you to learn about the history and culture of Ulaanbaatar. Your Mongolian trip will be more complete when choosing Ulaanbaatar as one of the places to stop and explore. Hopefully, You have gained more experience exploring this beautiful land through the above article. In Ulaanbaatar, countless interesting things are still waiting for you to discover. What are you waiting for? Quickly pack your backpack and travel to Ulaanbaatar right away. There are many other strange and interesting things about Mongolia that we cannot mention here. If you want to know more about this country, please suggest the things you want to know below. Strange distant land will send it to you as soon as possible. Subscribe to the channel and follow us for updates on great content from the most mysterious places in the world. Wishing everyone health and happiness. Goodbye and see you again. Tibet is a land where perhaps the harshness has created mystery. From legends to Buddhist philosophy, people to cultural identity, it all has a strong appeal, attracting thousands of tourists yearly. Tibet is a legendary place, where for centuries, the indigenous people have believed that people do not die. They are only reincarnated into a new world. Tibet is a tourist destination and a profound discovery of culture, nature, and spirituality. Tibet is an excellent choice if you are looking for a special and different experience. To make your journey of discovering Tibet easy and complete, let strange distant land accompany you in conquering this mysterious land. Nestled in the majestic Himalayas, Tibet is also known as the roof of the world. Tibet is a magical destination where magnificent natural beauty blends with spiritual depth and unique culture. As the largest autonomous region in China, Tibet is pristine, quiet, and mysterious, creating a sense of serenity and preciousness for anyone who sets foot here every moment. Tibet has many mysteries that make tourists from all over the world want to explore. The first mystery is the burial customs. This is the most famous and gruesome form of burial in the world. Tibetans believe that after death, the human body is just a corpse, and vultures are sacred animals here. Performing the sky burial ritual is considered as Buddha feeding his body to a ferocious tiger to avoid harming other creatures. Sky burial is the most common form of burial in Tibet, a way for people to offer their bodies to heaven and earth for the last time, allowing their souls to ascend and be reborn. Sky burial is usually applied to ordinary people or the wealthy. In the basic form of sky burial, a commoner's body is taken to the mountains and left for vultures to find. For rich people, the body is washed, wrapped in white cloth, and the lamas pray to help the soul escape from hell. This form of burial also comes partly from the natural conditions in Tibet. This is a cold, mountainous region, so burial under hard, cold rocks is impossible. Cremation is even more difficult because wood and fuel are very scarce. Sky burial represents the belief that the body should not be preserved but used to serve other life forms, especially birds, mainly vultures. It is a final act of charity, bringing merit to the deceased, helping their soul to be released more quickly. Sky burial does not harm living beings, does not use coffins, and does not cremate, by the Buddhist principles of compassion and non-killing. The next thing that shows the strangeness of Tibetan culture is polyandry. Polyandry, a form of marriage in which a woman has multiple husbands, was once a unique feature of traditional Tibetan society. The practice is rare in the world, but was common in some remote areas of the Tibetan plateau in the past and persisted until the 20th century, before gradually disappearing under the influence of China's modernizing policies and laws. What is polyandry? In ancient Tibetan society, polyandry often followed the model of brothers taking one wife. Many brothers in a family lived together and married one woman. This is called brotherly polyandry. Perhaps Tibet is the only land in the world where polyandry is still practiced, where girls marry from 2 to 5 husbands, all of whom are brothers in the same family. The origin of this custom is that brothers sharing one wife will help the family to be more harmonious, avoid conflicts, and divide land and property. Specifically, if a girl marries a boy from another family, his younger brothers must marry that girl. The eldest brother will be the pillar of the family, the main husband after the parents die. However, if the eldest brother has to leave home, the younger brother will take his place to care for the family and his common wife. For children born from such polyandrous families, there will be no distinction between who is the father. The eldest brother often takes on the father role. The younger brothers are called uncles. Due to harsh living conditions and limited arable land, this custom has helped Tibetans maintain their lives and ensure social order. Due to improved living conditions and active government propaganda, this custom has gradually been eliminated, surviving only in some remote areas isolated from modern society. Not stopping there, Tibet is also home to mountains considered the most mysterious in the world. It is believed that Mount Kailash is the center of the world. Kailash, located in Pulon County, Tibet, China, resembles a pyramid and is bathed in light all year round. This sacred mountain has been a destination for pilgrims and mount explorers since ancient times, but no one has yet climbed to the top. The secrets hidden within can reveal the mysteries of the universe. This place is known as the Sacred Mountain because of its beauty and sacredness, and because it contains many mysterious and strange phenomena. Most notable are the mysterious numbers on Mount Kailash, which have a surprising connection to the ruins of ancient civilizations such as the pyramids and Stonehenge. Some even believe these numbers imply that Mount Kailash can distort time and space. Is this true? Or is it just a coincidence? According to geographers, the height of Mount Kailash will vary from year to year, but the average is 6.666 meters. The distance from Stonehenge to Mount Kailash is 6.666 kilometers. However, Kailash is also 6.666 kilometers from the North Pole. At the same time, the distance from Kailash to the South Pole is exactly twice this distance. That is, 13.332 kilometers. This may be a coincidence, but what happened next may not be a coincidence. There are two famous pyramids worldwide: the Pyramid of Mexico and the Pyramid of Khufu. The puzzling thing is that the distance between the Pyramid of Mexico and the Pyramid of Khufu is 3 times the distance from the Pyramid of Khufu to Kalash. The distance from Kalash to Easter Island is precisely 3 times the length of Stonehenge. After observation and speculation, some people believe that the top of Mount Kalash is a pyramid. They think that it is the remains of ancient civilizations. So, is Mount Kalash the center of the Earth? Does it have the power to distort time and space? There are still no definitive answers to these questions, but the experiences of some explorers and pilgrims may provide some clues. According to mythology, Mount Kalash is the axis of the earth or the ladder to heaven, where heaven and earth meet. In Hinduism, Mount Kalash is considered the abode of Lord Shiva. Buddhists believe that Buddha once lived here. Mount Kalash, located more than 1.000 kilometers west of Lhasa, the capital of Tibet, is a majestic red rock mountain that towers above the surrounding mountains. Its magical shape is a Buddhist symbol, mandala, meaning a miniature universe, also represents the convergence of blessings and wisdom. The southern mountain body has many flat rock layers, forming a staircase that can lead to heaven. Mount Kalash is also considered the center of the world in the hearts of followers of religions such as Buddhism, Bon, Hinduism, and Jainism. This sacred land cannot be arbitrarily violated. Nestled in the heart of the peaceful Himalayas, Tibet, also known as the last untouched Buddhist land in the world, attracts millions of spiritual believers who want to come here to explore on their Tibet travel itinerary, where visitors can immerse themselves in the sacred space of ancient temples and majestic mountains. Every step of the journey of discovery brings charm and mystery. The architectural wonders of Tibet are demonstrated through the beauty of ancient temples, which form an inseparable part of the Tibet travel experience. With unique and sophisticated architecture, temples in Tibet are places of worship and prayer and symbols of rich culture and religion, giving visitors mystical spiritual experiences here. Visitors will come across ancient temples with unique architecture along the valleys and on the towering peaks of the Himalayas. From the bright red flagpoles of the CHONGQING Temple in the capital city of Lhasa to the breathtaking beauty of the Potala Temple, each temple is an architectural wonder. Entering each temple, visitors will experience a sacred and solemn space. Every architectural detail, such as pillars, doors, and bell towers, reflects the people's respect and devotion to their beliefs. The sparkling gold brick walls, meticulous patterns on the walls, exquisite landscape paintings, and Buddhist images create a beautiful picture of mystery and sacredness. Visiting these ancient temples is a journey to learn about the art of architecture and witness and feel the sacredness and purity on the Tibet travel journey that no other place can bring. Tibet, known as the world's last unconquered Buddhist holy land, is where the essence of Buddhism is clearly expressed through the convergence of faith and religion. Every year, millions of devotees and tourists from all over the world flock to Tibet to experience not only the stunning natural beauty but also the spiritual essence of this place. The Potala Palace is an architectural wonder that has stood as a symbol of Tibetan culture and history for centuries, making it the most popular tourist destination in Tibet. Located on the slopes of Marpo Ri, also known as Red Mountain, northwest of Lhasa, the Potala Palace is a must-see destination for most visitors to Tibet. The Potala Palace was built in 637 by King Songtsen Gampo. It was later rebuilt in 1645 by the 5th Dalai Lama, and since then, the Potala Palace has been the residence of the Dalai Lama, making it one of the most sacred sites in Tibet. UNESCO also recognizes the palace as a World Cultural Heritage. The palace also houses many valuable works of art. These include Buddha statues, antiques, and mural. Among them, the murals on the walls of the Potala Palace depict essential events in Tibetan history and stories about the lives of previous Dalai Lamas. Despite the development of Lhasa city in recent decades, Potala Palace still stands out in the cityscape with its ancient and majestic appearance. You have admired the beauty and mystery of the sacred Mount Kailash and the Potala Palace. Next, there is another excellent place in Tibet that you cannot miss. That is Yamdrok Lake. For Chinese Tibetans, Yamdrok Yamkwo, Namso, and Manasarovar are three sacred lakes with many mysteries. It is believed that these lakes gave birth to Tibetan life. One of these lakes is Yamdrok Yamkwo, a jade-colored natural treasure on the Shannan Plateau. Yamdrok Lake is 90 kilometers west of Gyeongsi and more than 100 kilometers northeast of the Tibetan capital Lhasa. According to local mythology, Yamdrok Lake was created by a goddess. Yamdrok Lake is like a fairyland. The blue sky contrasts with the lake, and the short grass and trees are crowded on both sides of the shore. Occasionally, a few yaks and sheep pass by. Yamdrok means turquoise lake in Tibetan. The name is associated with the striking turquoise color of this still lake. Perhaps the color is related to an event that occurred a few million years ago, when an avalanche combined with mud and rocks filled the river mouth connecting to the lake, turning it into a natural stagnant lake. Coming here, people can let go of all worries and fatigue. All will be blown away by the wind, leaving only the silence and the calm lake surface. Looking up is the deep blue sky. Looking down are pebbles and moss-covered rocks by the lake. Yamdrok Lake is as vast as heaven on earth. Yamdrok Lake has been mentioned in Tibetan folk songs. Today, there are still piles of mani by the lake. This is an ancient ritual used by herders to bring good luck and ward off evil spirits. compared to other places. Tibet is one of the few sacred places not affected by industrialization, thanks to which Yamdrok Lake has retained its most sacred pristine state. Around the lake is a winding path as soft as a scarf. By the lake are small piles of stones that believers have placed when they make a pilgrimage here. The Tibet trip is over, but the echoes still resonate. I found a part of myself in the snow-capped Himalayas, in the vastness that seemed to reach the blue sky. Every colorful temple, every gentle gaze of the locals, every prayer wheel spinning in the wind seemed to whisper a story of a sacred and mysterious land. Tibet was not just a destination, but a soul-stirring experience. A journey of discovering the majestic nature and finding inner peace. When I left, I took with me beautiful photos, raw emotions, and a deep gratitude for having set foot on the roof of that magical world. After watching this video, if you like the content of exploring mysterious places, then you will. Please subscribe to the channel and follow Strange Distant Land to receive our latest videos. Wishing everyone a lot of joy and happiness. Sincerely. Say goodbye and see you again.
Mm-hmm.